Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late July 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people out there. So let's get right down to business as always and start this off nice and smooth with an oracle card, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's up with the lovely Leos here in late July. My gods and spirit team, it is Leo season, my friends. One of the most beautiful times of year. And yeah, we're just going to take a look at this first card real quick. Then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can work on in this time. So let's get it going here. And I would just like to offer each and every single one of you a most very happy birthday because it is Leo season. So whether it's elapsing in the coming days or even in a couple of weeks, happy birthday from me to you. Okay, so we do have this card that is a big indicator of fun, whether having fun or needing to have it, which makes big sense in your birthday season. Now, before we start breaking this down, Leo, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on social media, my handle on all platforms is @KyleofCups, so please feel free to hit me up on anything except Facebook. So into the reading we go. Enough of the plugs. If you look at this card, you see the snow globe, you see like that horse or unicorn, various different toys. So to me, this is a big card of having fun, like I said a little earlier. So whether in this time you're looking to spread your wings, cut loose, have a little bit of fun, maybe some of you are having a good time, right? This is a card that is not so serious. So if you've been going through rough times, rough things, this could be Spirit asking you to lighten your load. You might need to get out of the house and socialize, have fun, which is a beautiful thing for this time of year. It makes complete and total sense. So I like this. This could be Spirit encouraging you to cut loose in some sort of way. If that's not something you're already doing. If that's something you've been doing recently, Spirit is cool with it. Okay, so let's get into tarot. And yeah, we're going to get you 3 in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. Let's shuffle it up one time for the lovely Leos. That card to me is also a card of gifts, which once again, that makes sense in your birthday season. I do like it. So yeah, let's get these first 3 out here before we get the intuitive juicy stuff. Now, last week's reading, my friends, it was titled An Explosive Victory. Okay, so I always say victories, wins come in all different shapes and sizes. There was a fiery energy, and the thing I liked about it is like the weeks leading up to last week, there was like 4 or 5 readings in a row that were a little rough. So hopefully things have been much better for you. Okay, maybe you're embracing the power of Leo season that's upon us when the sun is extra strong. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man in position number 1. I have a feeling this is going to be an intriguing card to clarify. Okay, let's get 2 more out here before we start telling the tale, see what's going on. Thank you. Yeah, this might be a bit of a warning. It's all good. We got the 5 of Swords. Some of you might be like trying to put a stop to something as well with the Hanged Man and the 5 of Swords, whether it's a behavior, whether it's an individual. There might be a problem that you've identified. Okay, I don't want to get too intuitive just yet. Let's get this last card out. What do we got for Leo, please? Thank you. Yeah, you might be in problem identification mode for sure because we have Judgment on the back end after all this stuff. Interesting that on the opposite sides of this 5 of Swords, we have complete polar opposite energies. So let's go through real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. And like I said, the intuitive vibes are already hitting me. This is powerful, that you may be identifying certain issues or certain problems in your life, and you might be making a plan of attack, so to speak. But position number 1, powerful major arcana, is the Hanged Man. This could represent a Scorpio. Some people even say Virgo with this card. I lean towards Scorpio. To me, this is a card of reflection, whether it's self-reflection, whether it's analyzing others or someone analyzing you. This can also be a card of self-sacrifice, taking one for the team, putting your happiness to the wayside for the benefit of others. So we're really going to want to clarify this and see what it's about, because it's generally not an action card either. It's like a very still type of card, but we do pick up speed as we move along. In the center, we have the 5 of Swords. This is something you're going to want to watch out for. This could be a warning about dicey situations. This could represent an individual in your life that may have narcissistic tendencies. This is somebody that wants to win at all costs. All cards in tarot have positives and negatives. If we're looking at the positives of this card, it's somebody getting through a tough fought battle to reach the mountaintop. So that would be a good thing. But in its negative, this could be conflict-based. This could be dicey situations. Like I said, this could represent cold people, somebody that really doesn't care. So like I said, the way this is lining up, you might be trying to identify certain issues, certain thorns in the side. Moving to the back end here, we have judgment. Okay, this could really literally represent a judgment call that needs to be made. Not always, though. This is Plutonian, transformative, change-based type of energy. We usually get this card when Spirit is trying to give you a kick in the pants to take an action or make a move of some sort. So you see, it's the complete polar opposite of this Hanged Man. In the beginning, we pick up steam. So this could be some sort of action coming in. And with the explosiveness we saw last week, it doesn't surprise me that judgment shows up. It could also represent karmic situations as well. So Leo, we have a lot going on here this week that we're going to have to dive into. So let's do that. Let's jump in and clarify. Now, let's get a good shuffle here for the lovely Leos, please. Very interesting reading, my friends. I mean, I always love doing your readings, but this one seems a little extra in-depth. And yes, this is where I go intuitive, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research, rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this Hanged Man. And as always, if you know how to read tarot yourself, that's why this box is here. Please feel free to play along. Okay, if there's any messages that you'd like to give to the Leo Collective, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. So why is this Hanged Man here for Leo, please? Thank you. All right, yeah, this is absolutely somebody strategizing on how they can get control of a certain situation, control of something. Like you or someone you're tied to may have felt like they've lost a handle on something in this time. So just keep that in mind. This could be a bit of a warning. We have the Emperor in the upright underneath the Hanged Man. Now, for some of you, this could be, you know, bumping heads or not seeing eye to eye with an Aries. Now, if you don't have a prominent Aries in your life, the Emperor isn't always a rough card, but it's a control-based shot caller type of card. And sure, some of you might be taking one for the team. Like, you know what, I'm going to be the bigger person. It's okay. I'll sacrifice my happiness. But like I said, some of you might be really wanting to get control of a situation, right? Or there is something you feel like you may have lost control of, whether it's an own self-behavior, whether it's someone else in your life that's uncontrollable. Okay, this is an uncontrollable type of vibe here, but we do have possible solutions coming up with the Hanged Man and this Emperor. So you might need to strategize something to gain the reins. But we're going to go in on this Five of Swords. Like I said, there's a lot of problem resolution here, or looking for resolutions. We're going to see what's up with that Five of Swords, see what's going on. Because like I said, that could be a conflict card. It could be a little cold. Maybe some of you need to get a little cold as well, right? Maybe you need to take your emotions out of a situation and just see something for what it is. We're going to go in on this Five of Swords. Obviously, only take what hits for you. You know how that goes. All right, yeah, we have the Ace of Pentacles here in reverse. Beware of false opportunities, big time. In this time, I'll say that with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this person thinks they're trying to accomplish. All right, if you're having issues with somebody, they might be very confused, or their vision or what they're hoping to achieve isn't even feasible. Like, this is giving me very odd feelings. Some of you might have someone in your life that, I don't want to say deranged, but a little deluded, if that makes sense. Like, they don't have clear vision. So watch out in this time. There might be someone around you where, like, they don't have a plan. They're just trying to keep things moving, get things going, okay? Very odd. But I would also say this is a big warning against any sort of conflict. If someone's trying to entice you into a conflict, if somebody's trying to get a rise out of you, there is nothing to gain here with bumping heads with this person, okay? I'll just leave it at that, okay? Like, if someone's really trying to step on your toes or get a reaction out of you, whatever it might be, there's nothing to gain here. And this person, they might be doing it just for shits and giggles, all right? Like a troll type of energy. We're going to keep it moving. Just take that as a warning for the coming days and weeks, all right? There might be someone really trying to just get a reaction from you. So we're going to see what's up with Judgment. Then we'll do a quick recap. I don't necessarily feel like this is a bad reading, but there could be some problems or tough situations that you might need to identify, okay? Strategize. So why is Judgment here? Ten of Swords, yeah, you're going to have to put a stop to something for sure. Ten of Swords underneath Judgment. Okay, now usually whenever Ten of Swords shows up, I do say that's a warning. Yeah, there might be a judgment call you need to make that is going to hurt or has hurt, like, because this could be past, future, present. Ten of Swords underneath Judgment is like something you might need to put a stop to it, like stop it now, stop it in its tracks. Even if it's a little hurtful, you got to put a stop to it. Whether it's a behavior, whether it's an individual that you might not need to speak with for the time being, there is some sort of behavior or situation that needs to be ended, put a stop to. And we've been seeing little shades of this in past weeks. Like, yes, the last week's reading was very positive, overwhelmingly positive, but Judgment with the Ten of Swords, yeah. Hopefully none of you are dealing with loss in this time or getting over a tough ending, a hard ending. This can be a little bit of a dangerous type of warning on the back end, but for me, I feel like a lot of you might need to put a stop to something or someone. Okay, especially with the control base, like, you shouldn't have to sacrifice yourself or your happiness. I mean, it's good to do it for some people that we care about, sure, but there's only so far or so much you can sacrifice here, all right, before it becomes very detrimental. So once again, very powerful, serious type of warning here on the back end. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, Leo, okay? Because it might turn out better than you think after all this is said and done. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Hanged Man with the Emperor in the upright. Like I said, from the beginning of the spread, these first 3 cards, I was getting problem resolution, identifying an issue, and then figuring out what to do with it, taking action. But there might be a situation that you may have lost control of, or maybe someone you're connected to is losing control in some sense with this Hanged Man and the Emperor. Don't feel like you always need to be the bigger person as well. Don't feel like you always have to sacrifice your happiness for everyone else. Like, sometimes it's cool. Sometimes it's a noble thing to do, but you can only do so much. Moving to the center, we have the Five of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Like I said, conflict in this time, there is nothing to gain from it. Okay, like, this could be somebody that doesn't know what their goal is, doesn't know what they're trying to accomplish. Beware of anyone trying to get a rise out of you. This is a warning in the center about people trying to antagonize you. Beware of anyone with narcissistic tendencies as well. But on the back end, we have Judgment with the Ten of Swords in the upright. There is something that you might need to put a stop to in this time, that you may have identified or you're working to identify, whether it's a situation with a person, whether it's a behavior. You know what I'm talking about. There could be something that Spirit wants you to stop dead in its tracks. Like, this needs to stop, this needs to end. That can also be a warning as well. Keep your head on a swivel in this time, that there could be various different possible endings. But even if it's hurtful, it's fine, because you can always build back up. So please take a screenshot. Only take it if it resonates, of course, okay? Because if this doesn't resonate, you could check your moon, your Venus, your rising. You know how that goes. We're going to get your 1 shadow card here, Leo. Okay, and now this is bringing me back, before we get the shadow card, to this thing about fun. Even if you're going through rough, dicey situations like that, you might need to inject a little joyfulness in your life, happiness. Do something that makes you happy. So let's get 1 shadow card out here for you. I mean, I guess in the worst, that could be somebody over partying as well. I'm not going to go that route. We're going to get you 1 shadow card here. What do we got in the shadows for Leo? Thank you. Real quick. Okay, we do have the 5 of Cups. So in this time, beware of, like, depressive tendencies, sadness. It's something all humans deal with from time to time. And when I see the 5 of Cups in the shadows, that is like an underlying inherent sadness. Not a quick one. Something that may have been lingering for a while. So you might need to work on your emotional state in this time. Okay, everyone goes through harmful or hurtful situations in life. Everybody knows all these feelings. We go through from time to time. But when I see the 5 of Cups showing up in the shadows, I'm getting the vibe of someone putting on a brave face and not really working on these feelings, so I'm possibly repressing them. So in this time, talking to somebody might help, all right? But beware of depressive tendencies in the coming days and weeks, because it could be turned up a little bit. So Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the July subscriber surprise. For the July subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Light Seers Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, which tarot card would you like to have a conversation with? It could be anyone. I know I'd want to talk to the High Priestess. But yeah, after that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of July, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you. and I'll see you next time.